In the fading light of history, beneath the echoes of ancient prayers and the whisper of long-forgotten bells, there lies a land that once shimmered with an unrivaled brilliance, a land called Al-Andalus. In the heart of medieval Spain, where two seas embrace the rugged coast and the earth holds secrets of glory and grief, we embark on a journey to a time when art, science, and faith converge to forge a legacy that still whispers to those ready to listen. Our story begins on a quiet dusk, where the somber call to prayer mingles with the distant toll of church bells. Imagine, if you will, an age where the allure of candlelit libraries and grand palaces outshone the darkness of uncertainty. Here, in the cradle of Al-Andalus, the splendor of life was painted with the hues of hope and intellect. The bustling streets of Córdoba, at its zenith, beat with the pulse of hundreds of thousands of souls, traders, scholars, artisans, and poets whose dreams were as luminous as the city's thousand lamps. Córdoba rivaled Baghdad in its brilliance, turning everyday life into a vivid tapestry of ideas, creativity, and unmatched cultural wealth. In this marvel of human endeavor, architecture was more than stone and mortar. It was an embodiment of an era's spirit. The Great Mosque of Córdoba, initiated in 785 AD, rose like a living monument to ingenuity, its arches and columns whispering stories of a time when reason danced hand in hand with devotion. Every carved detail and delicate mosaic carried a message, that beauty could be born of unity, and that in the meeting of different beliefs, a higher truth might emerge. Yet, as with all things touched by light, darkness was never far behind. As the gardens of Al-Andalus bloomed with the fragrance of orange blossoms, and the melodies of enchanting poetry filled the air, subtle omens stirred beneath the surface. Over the tranquil courtyards and serene reflective pools, a shadow began to creep. The same rivers that nourished the land also bore murmurs of an approaching storm, of conflict and inevitable change. From the north, voices grew louder, a call of conquest that promised to reclaim a land that had known too much beauty and too little war. Christians, driven by fervor and ambition, slowly advanced. The harmonious symphony of cultural convergence was about to meet the harsh discord of battle. In the midst of this rising storm, the people of Al-Andalus, with hearts steeped in centuries of art and learning, braced themselves for an unknown destiny. The glory of Al-Andalus was not simply preserved in its architecture or literature, it was alive in its people. Revered scholars like Al-Zarawi and Ibn Rushd, Averroes, illuminated the dark corridors of medieval thought, their innovative ideas influencing both the East and West. Their contributions in medicine, philosophy, and science transcended the boundaries of a single culture, echoing across time as testaments to the unquenchable human thirst for knowledge. Each discovery, each written word, helped to build a society where the pursuit of truth was held in the highest regard. The city of Granada, with its crown jewel, the Alhambra, stood as another beacon of this golden era. Carved meticulously by the Nasrid dynasty, the Alhambra was more than a palace. It was a living canvas of artistic expression. Its intricate designs and lush gardens were a harmony of geometric precision and poetic imagination, speaking to those who understood that even stone could sing the eternal verses of human genius. Yet, as the vibrant chapters of creation unfolded, the pen of history would soon scribble lines of sorrow. The era of cultural brilliance became shadowed by the relentless march of destiny. The Reconquista, as the sprawling conflict came to be known, marked the turning point where the dream of a united, culturally rich society began to unravel. Generations had woven their destiny with threads of art, science, and coexistence, only to now see the fabric of their society tested by the ravages of war. It was a slow, agonizing descent into the twilight of a golden age, a descent marked by battles that scarred both land and soul. The armies of the North, fierce and unyielding, marched with a singular purpose, to reclaim what they deemed rightfully theirs. clash after clash, the land was transformed into a canvas of valor and despair. Each confrontation, each loss, was a stroke in the tragic masterpiece of history. Amidst the chaos, the once thriving spirit of Al-Andalus did not vanish overnight. Instead, it clung to life in the quiet resolve of its people, a determination to preserve a legacy that had transcended the borders of time. The scholars continued their silent quest for understanding. The remnants of poets recited verses that captured both the grandeur and the grief of their existence. And the architecture, with its enduring arches and silent courtyards, bore witness to a civilization that had known both the heights of creation and the depths of conflict. And then came the final act, a poignant, heart-wrenching moment that would etch itself into the annals of history. In 1492, as the sun dipped low over the horizon, Granada, the last bastion of Muslim rule, finally succumbed. Boabdil, the last emir of this luminous realm, stood at the gates of the Alhambra, holding in his hands the tangible symbols of a once great dream. The keys of his kingdom slipped away, a silent acknowledgement of fate's cruel hand. In that charged moment, as he cast one final gaze at the labyrinth of beauty around him, tears welled in his eyes. It was not merely a defeat in battle, it was the end of an era, the fading of a song that had resonated through the corridors of time. But even as the final embers of Al-Andalus flickered into oblivion, its spirit was never truly extinguished. The cultural synthesis that once defined the land continued to echo throughout Spain and beyond. In every stone of Córdoba's great mosque, in every verse of Ibn Hazm's poetry, in the stirring strains of flamenco that carry the soulful melancholy of lost dreams, there remained a living memory of an age when diverse cultures melded to create something transcendent. Today, as we wander through ancient ruins bathed in the soft glow of twilight, we are reminded that the legacy of Al-Andalus is not confined solely to the pages of history. It lives on in our traditions, our art, and our shared human endeavor to seek beauty even in the face of inevitable loss. Our journey through the epics of Al-Andalus is a tapestry woven with threads of wonder, strife, and remembrance. The remarkable achievements of this storied land inspire us to appreciate the delicate balance between creation and destruction, and to honor the legacy of those who pursued knowledge, beauty, and harmony in a world that was as vibrant as it was volatile. As we come to the close of this reflective exploration, let us carry forward the lesson of Al-Andalus, that the pursuit of wisdom and art transcends the bounds of time, and that even in the wake of despair, hope can endure. The remnants of this rich culture remind us that every civilization, no matter how brilliant, is but a chapter in the larger narrative of human existence, a narrative that continues to evolve with every new generation. Join us as we delve into the rich tapestry of Al-Andalus, exploring its enduring impact on history and the echoes of its brilliance that still resonate today.